Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel Macrame Black Cat, where I am making tutorials. This part is design phase part 3 episode 2. We're going to show you how to, in this particular video, we're going to attach red strings to the top and bottom and add a bead to the top and bottom. Still not quite to the black, but as you can see, I've already done it on one half. You can see what it's going to look like in the end. So we're going to start with these 2 strings I'm just pulling there, and the 2 strings I'm pulling there. We're going to knot those and attach them to the top and to the bottom. This is the top, and these are the strings that we will be knotting onto. So we take that first tail from the very first red leaf that we made, those 2 strings that we left off, that we left at the top. So it already had 2 knots. And so if you're using the same cord, we're going to count 2, this is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Now I'm going to check to see if it is long enough to do the design that I'm wanting to do with it. Sorry for the delay. I think I was distracted by something. All right, so you pull it over and the red leaf goes on top of that, and you just knot it onto. These are the cords that come off of the first bead that we did. So there should be 4 strings. Third string. Oh no, I'm sorry, there are 5. The last one is that black one there. See, I paused it to double check that. So that was that, and what we're doing is we're getting to so that we have 3 red strings to add another bead. Okay, now we're gonna do the second. This is the second leaf that you left. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. That should do it. So I was just checking to make sure it was kind of like big enough the way I liked it. Again, so that second string we just knotted came from the second leaf that we created that we left two off the top from. And we're just knotting it on the top, same as we just did. And going right down the line. Now what we're going to do is, because I want 3 strings, I'm going to take the longest red string from the left. There are going to be 2 red strings at the end on the very left. One is really short and the one next to it is longer. So we're just going to ignore the short one. It's too little, we don't need it. And take the one right next to it and make another line there. Not. So now I am left with 3 red strings that we just created from the left, 3 red strings that I had previously done. I did that so I knew, what I was doing before I filmed. I did the right half. And we're just going to take those 6 red strings and add another silver bead. Take the first 2 strings, cross them over to create a knot. Then how you would make the diamond shape or whatever it's called to add a bead into. First string, now the second string, and then you do the same for the left side. 1, 2, 3. I have that one that's over there like that. That's what you're going to use. 1 string, second string. Okay, then we're going to add a bead. This bead can be any size that you want that looks good when you in a 6-string little diamond thingy. I'm going to have to check the gauge on my silver beads. I feel like they're quite large. It's got to be a 6-centimeter bead, but it has a really large hole. Obviously, I like to go to the bead store so I can pick the ones with the holes that are bigger, because working with small hole beads is a pain. but also I'm pretty attracted to silver gold beads rather than stone beads, just because I don't know, I bought some stone beads recently. I'm gonna see how they work out in future designs. The hole seemed big enough. We'll see how that goes. All right, so we added the 2 little loops from the first 2 leaves into the top of the design. What I'm playing with right now on the left side, we'll do that too once we get into the black, but we're gonna flip around and do the exact same thing now on the bottom. And that's what I'm doing. I'm flipping my board. The count could be slightly different here because the distance from the top to the bottom, like the way that I've done it, could be a little bit different. So we already had made 2 knots when we created it from the leaf. So 1, 2, now here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I think that will be big enough. Yeah. So we're just gonna pin it and knot it to the strings that were hanging down from the bead on the bottom. So there were 1, 2, 3. There are 5 because of the little C thing that we did as a design element around the bead. Five on each side for a total of 10 strings. But that doesn't really matter. Okay. So that was the first one. Now we're gonna do the second one. From the second leaf design, the 2 leftover strings, we had already created a 1, 2 knot. So we're gonna count again. 2, okay, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 2 more, 33, 34, 'and looks good. Pin it. Oh, nope, I'm adding 2 more. 35, 36. Yes, I am doing a voiceover, so that's why I didn't remember I had done that. Okay, just knotting it in along with the one we just done. Okay, and just like with the top, we're gonna take not the first one, because it's short, but the second one to add another row. That's what I should have said, adding another row. So that we end up with 3 red strings on the right, and you have 3 red strings on the left. That I had previously done. Of course, if you're just doing this project for the first time, you have to do both sides. And now we're just gonna add another silver bead. Same silver bead. 3 red, 3 red. Take the first 2 and make a knot, tying the 2 sides together. And from the left, tie it to that first red string. We're creating the diamond shape, which is how you add beads. Diamond, sort of round, sort of oval. I don't know what really people call it. It can be done with 4 strings, 6 strings, 8 strings, depending on the size of your beads. You can even, there are ways to even add string that aren't necessarily a part of the design if you're using a bigger bead. At some point, if I can remember, I can try to show how that is done. Maybe I'll make a simple design bracelet with a big bead and show you guys how you can add strings just to wrap around a bigger bead. Okay, and we're just you know, tying up the bead. And we're almost done here. I had to break it up because these videos get to be quite long. So in the next video, we will do the black part. It will be a little bit of a longer video, but I want to do it all up in one video. But then there will be, after we knot that black, we will finish off the bottom in some kind of design. I haven't decided yet. And then in the top, we will be turning the top into a pendant, so it will have like a wrap around and connect to the back of the cab, so you can put a string through it. And that's going to be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Please come back to watch the rest. Thank you so much.